Hey, what up, everybody? I'm the Thrill, and this is my 2 cents. Ha ha ha. 20 years ago is when I became a juggalo. It really doesn't seem that long ago, but it's been a long time, I guess. Um, I just wanted to take some time to reflect upon this lifestyle and the changes that it had made in me. I can remember when I first got introduced. My cousin, God rest his soul, said that he was going to get a new album, and I rode to the store with him. He said it was by this band Insane Clown Posse, and asked if I'd ever heard of them, and I had no idea who they were. He was into death metal music, so I figured it was just another rock band, based on the name and everything. It kind of fit. We went to the store and got the CD. And when he popped that shit in, man, I was hella surprised for sure. Um, and I guess initially I was attracted to the violence and the, all that kind of stuff that's in ICP music that a lot of us were first attracted to. But then when I really, really started listening, started to hear another message, the message of the Dark Carnival. And I've been hooked ever since. Um, as I was listening, and especially after the first ICP show that I went to, they started throwing the Faygo. As soon as I felt that Faygo hit me, I felt something inside that I recognized, but it was weird that I was feeling it. I grew up in church, so I wasn't new to the whole God aspect. In fact, I've believed in God my entire life. I have never questioned whether God was real or what have you. And most importantly, I had felt God before. Whenever I accepted God for the very first time, that giddy, tingly feeling that you get when you make that decision in your life. I was feeling that at the ICP shows, they would, certain lyrics would, trigger that sensation. And it was kind of weird at first because of the music. I mean, you listen to ICP and you wouldn't, you wouldn't consider that something to be of God. Of course, that was in the beginning when I first started listening. And like I said, the message at the Dark Carnival was slowly coming to me. Um, but I bring that up because that was the hardest thing for me as far as being a juggalo. Because I did grow up in church and I had always believed in God, but my perceptions of what that meant to be a Christian or a God-fearing individual, was justifying being a juggalo. And I was having that feeling that you get and thinking, how could this feel like God? You know? But I had the honor of going through this program down in Paragould, Arkansas, where we lived, breathed, and everything was associated with God. We didn't eat without God providing food 24/7. Was nothing but God. And during that time, I read the entire New Testament, and I discovered that a lot of things that I grew up learning in church, or the perceptions of the faith, not entirely true. You know, all we have to do is love one another and love God. That juggalo love that we have, that fulfills God's requirements of each and every one of us. If we have that juggalo love for everyone. But yeah, 20 years, man, 20 years. I can't say that I was the very first juggalo in my town. I grew up in a fairly small town. Um, and like I said, I can't say that I was the first, me and my cousin. But I know that I was the first one rocking ICP paraphernalia on my vehicle. I had a yellow and white truck, and in the back window had all the Joker's cards. I had the little marquee guy that's pissing on things. I had him pissing on a rebel flag. Had him pissing on Disney for a while. And of course I had the Hatchet Man. I had this black truck, which I took the back window out of the yellow truck and placed it in there for a bit. And then I had this big gigantic Ringmaster on the hood. It was a gold Ringmaster, covered the whole hood. I think, I don't know, the sticker was like $150 or something to have it special made. And I had blackouts on my headlights, which I took a Hatchet Man sticker and put on the front of them. And I took spray paint and I spray painted it, pulled the sticker off so the light that shined was the Hatchet Man. That's all you see. So that was pretty cool. Reconnected with a couple of homies because of the Juggalo thing. Some people I went to school with. My good friend Dave, I discovered he was a Juggalo, and he actually went to shows with me, so he's an original OG as well. But it's 17, and now 20 years later, who would have thought that this Juggalo thing would have survived this long? But I'm forever grateful to the great Malenko. I consider him the presence of the Dark Carnival that brought me into the lifestyle and given me a place where I finally fit in and a place where I belong. But just wanted a little reflection this morning. You guys have a great day. I love each and every one of you. And I'm out. Whoop whoop.